Today's rant comes to us from John Kerry back in 2009, 14 years ago, telling us that scientists predict that there'll be no more sea ice left in just a few short years. So let's roll into it.
Sea ice, which is melting at a rate that the Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer.
Since I was a kid, they have been making these predictions that there would be no more sea ice and the sea levels would be hundreds of feet higher. And yet what we see are all the climate activists of the world buying beachfront property.
Barack Obama owns tens of millions of dollars of beachfront property. He knows the oceans aren't rising. Come on.
So it makes you wonder if the people who actually support the global warming crisis actually believe in the global warming crisis.
They don't actually believe climate change is an imminent threat. If they actually believed climate change was an imminent threat, an existential emergency, the first thing they would have done, the very first, would be to ban private jets. Oh, but no.
Considering the fact that they don't even believe that the water levels will ever rise and that the coasts will disappear. If they actually believed that, they wouldn't be spending all the money on their coastal front properties. They would realize that it's all supposed to be underwater by now.
Hold on, slow down. That's the party of science.
Yes.
We know that. They had a march for science after Trump got elected. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because they believe in science and we don't. And we believe, obviously, in snake handling.
Matter of fact, all the predictions that have happened up until now say that New York, California, basically both coasts should be gone by now.
And let's just for a moment say that it is true. That means that the best scenario vis-a-vis global warming is about 10 feet raise in water. That's the best scenario over the next 40, 50 years. That's the best scenario. The worst scenario is about 100 feet.
But yet we don't see any water levels rising, not even inches. They can't even point to actual inches that have come up. And if inches had come up, we would notice it. Like, after this long of talking about it, we should be able to see the evidence. We should be able to see exactly what these people are talking about. That if all the sea ice is gone, then the water levels should be risen. But yet the water levels haven't risen. And supposedly all the sea ice is almost gone. So if all the sea ice is almost gone, and yet the water levels haven't risen, when will the water levels rise? And so if this was a court of law, and we were looking for evidence in proving our case, then we would be asking, where is the sea levels? They're the same place they were when John Kerry made this prediction back in 2009, supported by all the scientists that everybody wants to listen to, meanwhile not listening to the scientists who are telling us the actual numbers and the actual facts, who are not as afraid as the crisis tells us we should be.
Because the financial institutions, the banks of this world know it's not going to happen. Otherwise, you couldn't get a goddamn loan in London.
So if you like this rant, check out one of these other two rants. Thanks for watching.
Check you later. Check you later. You know those 30, 40-year mortgages? The world will be over by then.
How dare you!